Good afternoon, guys. This is Issues with Toddy One Skip. I am, you're not. What you gonna do about it? Let me tell you something. You wouldn't always want to be Toddy One Skip, and that's okay because I only want to be Toddy One Skip. What's going on? What's going on? What's going on? And yeah, so I'm Toddy One Skip, and you're not Toddy One Skip. And it's true that my parents did not say, "Yo, let's call her Toddy One Skip." They did not. They thought more of me than that. But how you doing, guys? I had half of a sub sandwich and it was good. It was pretty good. It was good. Guys, Bri put something up that somebody sent to me and I thought, wow. And I get really passionate, and some of you guys say you're yelling. Yeah, I'm passionate, but I'm not. I mean, there's nobody here to yell at, so I mean, but what Bri said, yeah, that sometimes people just don't want to see things. And if you don't want to see things, no matter how much somebody can open up your eyes, you're not going to see it. You're always going to find excuses, like Ryan. Ryan is always going to find an excuse for Gypsy until he doesn't want to find an excuse for Gypsy. Just like Rachel Garlick, who found plenty of excuses for Gypsy until she realized who Gypsy was. Just like Amelia Bird, who thought Gypsy was her friend until Gypsy started stealing her own story. So, sometimes. But guys, listen to this for a second. Just a second, and I'm going to cut right in.
The level of ignorance that is consumed by our society. So, Gypsy Rose Blanchard's emails from prison were FOIA requested by some creators that are obsessed with her.
Is that what you think, Bri? That we're just obsessed with her, and that's why people are trying to, what? Seriously? She committed a crime. She committed a crime and she got away with murder. And there are people that were victim to this. Nick, who I know you don't care about on certain days, but some days you do care about him, is still doing his life sentence. Gypsy is out living her best life. Her mom is dead. So Gypsy, Gypsy keeps screaming the story that she wants us to believe, but there's no proof of it. We're obsessed with trying to get the correct narrative out there, the right dialogue out there. Not the right dialogue for me, not the right dialogue for you, but the right dialogue, the fair dialogue, the truth.
Okay, and some of those creators have been going over those emails. So in one of those emails, Rod says to Gypsy, maybe if your mom would have let you date, things would have never happened how they happened.
What actually happened? The thing is, and again, missing the point. Where was the talk about the Abusc, Bri? Where was the talk about that? There wasn't any, because there wasn't any Abusc, Bri. Don't you see this? Don't you get that? Can't you see that? The only thing is that she liked this guy and an older guy. Remember, an older guy. But let's just say, because it all started with the older guy, the pew pew with the BBs, right? All of that. But let's just say that it was Nick. You call that Abusc.
After this creator reads that line, she becomes a little theatrical.
Theatrical? Theatrical how?
And it's just like, wait, what? I thought that Gypsy unalived her mom because she was a...
Well, Bri, we call that ABUSCD on this platform. It's ABUSCD.
So which is it? Is it that she was a...
Again, ABUSCD.
Or was it because her mom didn't allow her to have a boyfriend?
Which one is it? I want to know. Let me guess. You're going to think that because she was looking out for the person that her daughter was dating, you're going to consider that Abusc. Let me guess.
And I'm sitting there rolling my fucking eyes to the back of my head, and I'm just thinking to myself, girl, use your brain for 2 seconds. for 2 seconds. Not being able to have a boyfriend at almost 24 years old is a part of the abuse.
Hold the phones. Wait a second. So Gypsy, who really wasn't going to take on the fact that she was 24 years old because she was conveniently 19 years old just a few days later after she unalived her mom. You remember that in the interrogation room? Remember that, Bri? Oh, do you remember that all Gypsy said was that her mom was overprotective, and later she said that her mom made her whole life, and that all she had to do was exist, and her mom did everything. Do you remember that, Bri? Do you remember that? Where's the ABUSC there? So let me, in your mind, where you can't put your brain together for 2 seconds, somebody who's 24 years old and isn't allowed to date can get their ass up and get the fuck out. That's what could happen. They don't have to unalive her mom. But in your mind, you're saying, okay, if your mommy says you can't date and you're 24 years old, living under your mom's roof, and your mom's waiting on you hand and foot and all of that shit, and you don't want to follow her rules, just unalive her. Brilliant, Bri. Brilliant. Yeah, that pisses me off a little bit. Absolutely so. Bri, the mental genius. There you go.
We're not talking about just some strict parent.
No. We're not talking about some strict parent. We're talking about some weak-ass little girl who is 24 years old. That's who we're talking about. A weak-ass 24-year-old who didn't just get her shit together and walk away. Just like she did the night when she wanted to go run away and be with Dan. Just like the other time she wanted to go run away and be with Dan. Just like the way that she was able to plan the MURDER of her mom. I mean, she just could have taken her shit and left, Bri. Just left.
You're talking about someone who was physically isolated.
Except when she went on all those junkets, and except when she was online with everybody, which is pretty much your social life right now. She had that same social life. She had it then. Absolutely. And even more, because remember, she went and rubbed elbows with like the rich and famous, and remember how she went on all those exhibits and got to go places. She isolated. Come on, Bri, we have the pictures. She wasn't isolated. Her mom, when she wanted to go to the movies, took her to the movies and did actually leave her alone enough to let her go into the bathroom and get dirty with somebody for the first time, then come out, and her mom took pictures of them together. Remember that, Bri? What about that stuff, Bri?
Emotionally manipulated.
That's funny. That's really funny. What do you think she did to Ryan? I'm just asking, what do you think Gypsy did to Ryan? Is that not emotional manipulation? So, could Ryan have unalived her and that would have been okay? Is that an excuse? Could he have put hands on her? Would that have been okay? No. You want Gypsy to slide. You can't look at this objectively. You say you can, but you can't look at this objectively. And it's unbelievable how you can give that kind of pass to somebody. Your best friend unalived her mom because she didn't have the guts to get and make a life on her own. And that's what happened there. Anything else is just a lie. She's soulless. And that's who you've attached yourself to. You should be proud of that. She got away with it 8.5 years. You should be proud of that. There's your Harry Houdini, okay? Guys, this is Issues with Toddy One Skip. Tell me what you think in the comments. Be better today than you were yesterday. Not half as good as you'll be tomorrow. Guys, take care of yourselves. Thank you.